Hello and hi to the girls, the boys, all of them in the middle, all of them outside the boundaries. Hi, it is Maxwell, Maxizzle, back at it again with a big head again. Today I am making a video explaining my experience shopping on the little yellow app. Some people might call it the experience of going through the gate or jumping over the fence, whatever you want to call it. That's what I did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I ain't gonna be the one to tell you what I'm talking about because I want to get kicked up the club for snitching. Okay, so yeah, disclaimer, this video is not the place to talk about your opinions on buying replicas and your discourse and your morals and the people in the sweatshops or whatever. I'm not getting involved in that discussion. This is just about, I ordered, this is how my order went, this is what came. If you want to have those discussions, somewhere else, not here. Okay, before I ordered from the yellow app, I kind of tried to do my research, and a lot of the stuff I was finding, a lot of the content I was finding about ordering on the yellow app, I was getting from like Americans, people in the UK, like just not a lot of South African content. And the South African content that was there, I found was like people who have made ordering from the yellow app a business. So they have clients and they source things from their clients. But obviously when they do it, they get the stuff from the yellow app at this price, and then they sell it to you at this price. So this price that they're selling at is still lower than, you know, the original price. But I'm like, why must I pay this if I can just do it myself and pay this? So that's why I'm making this video, to just tell you my experience, where I got the things from, how everything was happening. So I got my item, it was a pair of shoes. So I got my shoes from this shop. I'm not gonna try and say it or whatever. I got it from this shop, and the shoe itself was this much. And then they charged me for delivery via a service called ePacket. Remember that because it's relevant just now. And then ePacket delivery was this. So the total that I paid was, ta-da! My editing is gonna be like, pew, 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 pew. So that is the total that I paid for the order. I made this order on this day. I don't remember when it was. And it came on this day. I fetched them today, which is the 24th of August. Yeah. So it took a while to come. That's the first thing I'd say. Like, it did take a while to come. And they came to the post office. So when you order, like, it asks you for a delivery address and whatever, and I put the usual place where I deliver. I'm not going to tell you because it's South Africa. I don't want someone to come to my house and, you know. So I put the usual thing, but they didn't come. And I kind of just forgot about it for a while. I was like, oh, they'll come when they come. And I said, let me actually check this thing. So last night I was like, let me check, like, let me go into the tracking and whatever. All the tracking stuff in the yellow app is in Chinese or in Mandarin or in whatever. It's in a language I don't understand. More of the story. So I then had to like Google Translate and eventually, because I'm a detective, I found out that it was at, I need to speak English. I found out that the package was at the local post office. So I said, okay, I'll wake myself up in the morning, go to the post office. First of all, I was born in 2000, so I ain't never been to the post office in my adult life. So I went with my mommy because I was scared. So yeah, went to the post office. Was a pretty seamless process. But as I said, first things first, communication, not the greatest. In the communication spectrum, endeavor, I don't know, whatever, I was waiting for the customs notification because obviously when we order from like Shein and all of and AliExpress and those things, like one thing about Buffalo logistics, They will phone you, they will call you, they will text you, they'll send you an email, they'll call your mother, they'll send a pigeon, they'll like tell the neighborhood watchdog. Like, they do everything to get those customs from you. And these guys were quiet, so that's why I also didn't like bother to track it and whatever, because I was like, oh, they haven't asked me for customs, so it's probably not even the country. So we show up at the post office today and I didn't have to pay customs. Like, there was 0 customs. And I don't know if that's specifically because of ePacket and like that service, or if it's across all the orders or whatever, but all I know is my thing came from China. I didn't pay customs. The deal is done now. So if SARS wants to watch this video and say, oh, the answer is no. You missed your chance. Okay, so go to the post office, give her the tracking number, whatever. She finds it, and I had to pay 53 rand, 85 rand, something, somewhere there, but like under 100 rand. I had to pay at the post office to collect the shoe. Now, this might not be in the right order, but whatever. If you don't know how the Yellow app works, it works very similarly to AliExpress in that the Yellow app itself is a market, and then there's lots of vendors. Okay, I think I might have just explained this. If I did, you're listening again. There's lots of vendors, and then you pick your vendor and you order from your vendor, whatever. So the item I got the Travis Scott Nike Jordan 1 lows, the Cactus Jack fragment ones, okay, the blue ones. That's what I got. With sizing, I always order with my European size. Like, even on Shein, anytime I'm doing anything online, if they have an option to use a European size, I rather do that because I found it to be more accurate. Like, UK sizing is the same as South African sizing, but sometimes things are small, and then US sizing is just confusing because what do you mean I'm a size 8, but like it's hard. So European size shoes, I'm a 39 or a 40 depending on the shoe. So for these ones, because it's a low, I just decided like, okay, let me just get a 39. I was looking at the shoe and yeah, so let me just show you the shoe now. So this is how the shoes came. Okay, this is like the outside, front side, the front, the inside, the back. It's got the embroidery and the stamping that it's supposed to have and all of those things. Mine didn't come in a box. They just came in like a plastic bag, and they were like put together. I don't know how. I think they were like this. They're like put together. And I also got a pair of extra laces. They gave me the pink laces as well. What I've seen from like other people's reviews and unboxings, obviously it comes in a box, and this is obviously with like the real ones. They get black laces, blue laces, cream, and pink, but mine have the cream laces on already, and then they gave me the pink. So that's like the first thing I'll note that's different. I didn't get all the laces. Then they come stuffed with like paper, obviously to retain the shape and stuff. The smell is not too bad. Like, I know from the sneakerheads that you're supposed to smell your shoe and it's supposed to have this smell that's like amazing. It's not that great, but like they don't smell disgusting. They just smell like, I think like they smell like cardboard. They smell like this paper, exactly like that. So nothing crazy. Sizing, I tried them on. I tried this one on and they fit perfectly. They fit fine. Let me just tell you about my primary observations in terms of, okay, how close are they to the original? So when you look at it, first thing I would say is the sole is a little bit thinner. This is the inside part. So the sole is a little bit thinner than the original, and the toe box is slightly narrow, but that's a general thing that you find with reps. Like I have reps that I got from Turkey as well, and those are just an Air Force One. I also have my Roshas are from Turkey as well, and the toe box is just slightly thinner when it comes, but as you wear them it branches out. It's not too hard, which is cool. Like it's pretty soft, and you know, and it pops back up, so that's one of the things. Like if you squish it down, it'll come back up, which is a good sign in a rep. Okay, then now getting into like details. The tongue on the shoe is supposed to be cream. This one's tongue is white. So like this is the tongue of the shoe, in case you don't know, like this part. The tongue is white instead of cream. And then over here with like the Cactus Jack logo and the Nike logo, there's a little space between the two patches, which is not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be like right next to each other, but it's a minor detail. Also the tick, the backwards tick, that is the Travis Scott one. In the original, this kind of part of the I don't know, the patch or whatever it's called is red. Like in here it's red, it's like lined red, and on these it's lined yellow. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it really well there. Those are the major differences. Also the originals on the inside, they have like a code over here. Like there's usually words written in black, or like a code written in black, and these don't have that. But those are like the major things that I can say are off. In terms of stitching, like these, the stitching is pretty consistent. If you can see, like I'm quite impressed with the stitching, because other reps that I have, the stitching isn't the greatest. So the stitching's quite good. The Air Jordan on the back is also, it's obviously going to be backwards for you. Like the embroidery is pretty decent. The stamps are also not too bad. And then they were true to size, which is another thing that I was like really impressed with. The sizing is 100%, like it's a 39. So the bottom also has like the Nike embossing and the proper tread pattern, which is pretty good. There is not any like hectically glaring obvious glue marks, because you know they glue some parts together. That's also pretty good. You'll see in this sole, it's so tiny, I don't even know if it'll pick up on the camera, but like you can see there's a little snag there, but that's something also I'm sure if it was that serious I could just cut off with a razor. The Cactus Jack embossing is also there. What else is important? I don't know. Yeah, so I would say it's a pretty decent rep for the price I paid. I would order again. I would definitely order again. I think I would want to also try a different vendor, and I think this is a pretty complicated shoe. So if you're getting things like Gazelles and Superstars and Dunks, which are really simple shoes to make and to reproduce, I think they should be no issue, because if they're able to do this decently well, which is a bit of a complicated shoe, I'm sure those ones will be fine. So overall, I would give the experience like an 8 out of 10. Just because, so 1 point off for all like the minor, you know, discrepancies, but as I said, you get what you pay for. And then the second mark that I take off is for the lack of communication. Like if you don't take initiative and check where your things are, you'll sit and wait forever. But yeah, that's my experience on the Little Yellow app ordering shoes from South Africa. If I order any other things, I do want to try a bag. I want to try a bag next. So if I order anything else, I will make a video if you care. And yeah, I hope this was informative-ish. If you have any other questions, you can ask me, ask your asks, and I will answer them based off of my experience. Also, if anyone wants to send me free things from the little yellow app and I can review, girl, I am willing, I am ready, I am willing. Okay, so that's it. Peace.